Conan.
There you are.
Oh,
How's it going,
Lopez, how you doing? How you doing?
Not bad. Let's talk.
All right. You got any food by chance? I'm hungry.
I do. Hold on.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Whew. All right, so what's going on?
Been hearing some stories about you. You know?
Hey, tell
Heard
me the
a lot
truth, man.
about the NYPD hop out crew.
Okay, what you
Or the
what?
hop out gang.
Let me guess. They try to blame Grant, right?
Yeah, I was told by a lot of park rangers that you specifically told everyone in LSPD, because I'm not sure if you've seen the photos, but park rangers were all in uniforms except for LSPD. And they stated that Grant's the one that came over and yelled at all of us to put on undercover outfits. Not only that, but I was also told the reason none of this was documented was because you were supposed to write the report and failed to do so.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, okay. Did you speak to Lane by chance?
To Colonel Lane? No, I've not.
Okay.
Conan Clarkson told me you were supposed to do all this, and according to Devin Sprinter, you guys all believed Conan to be some kind of like supreme commander within the police department, and that's why you guys all just sort of followed him.
Well, listen, Lopez, I'm gonna keep it a buck, okay? I'm gonna tell you the truth because it's my duty to uphold the truth when it comes to law enforcement, okay? I've been on this force for around 2 years now. Before Conan's, before all these new guys, all right? And Grant, he tivers the edge, but Grant doesn't do things that are against anything. So, but I also listen to my higher command, which is Conan at the time, and he's a corporal, and sad to say, it was yesterday we was getting yelled at a lot, and told to do it or we will be fired. And I just thought we was the head guy that was in charge, man. The corporal. Conan, he was in charge.
Conan?
Yeah.
He was telling you all he would fire you.
Listen, he said that I guess the Rangers have power over us or something like that. And he said that, for us to catch the criminals, we got to act like them. And I said, okay, well, I've done an undercover operation with I don't know if you met Worldwide before. We got approval for that. So I said, okay, we got approval. I'm like, should I call Pike? Because, Pike, normally I call him when it comes to these kind of things. And Pike will be like, yeah, cool, Grant. But Conan, he was like, listen, you're going to do what I say. I run this show and I run this operation. I said, yes, sir. Anything you can say, sir. Yeah. And he even yelled at one of the officers. I think her name was like Ricky Rose's daughter or something. He yelled at her and told her to step out the room, some shit like that. It was
really,
yeah. It was. I'm not gonna lie, Lopez. I was scared for my life.
So you're telling me hopping out of a blacked out Sprinter van, putting a bag on someone's head, and throwing them in the back was all Conan's idea?
Sir, all I know, all I can recount on, I was told to drive. We're doing an undercover sting operation. We have to get these guys that have the warrants. A guy named Taco, Ace, Mr. K, those kind of guys. Highly dangerous. If we just go in, they're just gonna have a shootout with us. We gotta be undercover and bring him out. That's what I was told. And and Lopez, listen to me, man. I'm just saying, I again, you could ask around, you could ask all the high command. Grant's been on duty, Grant's been around for a while, and all I'm saying, this something like this never happens if Conan's not around. I'm just saying.
Listen, seems to me like the park rangers are trying to make you guys seem like fools. Like, how close are you with this NYPD group? Well, you know what I noticed in the photo? All the park rangers were in uniform, and Conan didn't even get in the photo. He made sure to be out of it.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed too. And I asked, the park rangers have been getting a little cocky, like they feeling above us. And I was feeling, because a part of me was like, should I be a ranger? But then the way they were talking to me, they were like, Like I was nothing. I was like, I thought this was just a different department. But they're like, no, we're the superior beings. That's exactly what Conan said.
Yeah.
And honestly, Lopez, I'm not gonna lie. I don't flex rank. You know, I've been an officer, you know, for a very long time, and I've never asked to be senior officer or nothing like that, because I don't really care about the rank and stuff. But I'm definitely gonna. I definitely need some type of maybe promotion or something, you know, to get my spirits back. You know.
Oh, is that right? A promotion will get your spirits back up.
Because I'll tell you this, okay? I was out on these streets before all these guys came. I don't even know who this Conan guy is. They said he was a transfer. I said, who the fuck is Conan? You know, and then he said, he was calling me Proby. And I said, oh, hold on now. He's like, you're going to do what I say, Proby. And I said, I've been on this force for a long time. Like, you know, Colt Cassidy hired me himself. And I don't deserve this treatment, man. I sometimes, you know, I did take a little break. I did because, you know, I went to Vegas and married a stripper, but that's a whole different story. But I've been putting in a lot of work, and I'm like, man, I need some type of promotion. I'm not going to lie to you. I need senior officer. I'm going to be straight up with you.
Well, you're gonna have to put in some work then. And I'm gonna need you to not fall for these Conan tricks that he's out there playing. Listen, I'm all for you putting together a tactical team. I joined one of your tactical teams, and we're going after Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no issues with you putting together a team. If you want to do it with these park rangers, that you know, I know you do your job better than them.
Yeah.
If that's who you want to do it with, by all means. But I need you to stop letting Conan Clarkson tell you what you should and shouldn't do if you know that it's wrong. I'm letting him overshadow you, because who do you think is gonna get the recognition if you bring in a big name?
That's true. That's true. And you know what's funny? I did like we had a shootout yesterday, and I set all the victims up and the suspect, and Conan was just sitting there. He was like, oh, I gotta think about something. And he kept saying that every time we got a 9-5. And I was confused. But I realized this guy is not my friend. He used me.
He's just there to order you around. The guy's always walking around with the cane. I don't even know if I've ever seen him run.
Man, and I got kidnapped yesterday, by the way. I got kidnapped and thrown off a balloon. I took it for the team. And you know, I just think there's gonna be a lot brewing with these Rangers, man, because these Rangers, they're starting to get out of control. And I think they better than us.
I agree. So listen, if you do any more of these crews with them, number one, I need you to be within our SOPs.
Yes, sir.
All right, and document it. We can't have someone coming and telling us they got thrown into the back of a fucking van and we have no report to corroborate why we detained them. Right?
Yes, sir.
It's all right if you have a reason. If you have probable cause, by all means, but document that shit so we back our own asses if someone tries to go and complain.
Yes, sir. And to be honest with you, I'm also, between me and you, I'm also gonna go undercover and act like I'm Conan's friend, and I'm gonna videotape him and get pictures of all the crooked shit he does, and I'm gonna build a profile. He's never gonna know.
All right. Yeah, if you notice anything, make sure you document it. Let me know.
I will. So I'm okay, right, sir? If again in the future, I'll let you know, or high command, and if it seems a little off, I'll make sure I double check with you guys to see if that's possible or get it cleared.
Yeah. And I need you to be the liaison for LSPD. If there's a joint operation between park rangers and LSPD, I need you to be the person responsible for LSPD side. Make sure none of them do anything stupid.
Yes, sir. You got my word on that, sir.
All right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Grant.
W. Lopez. WRP Lopez, by the way. I didn't know that was Lopez. I've had Lopez around a bunch of times.
Hey, Grant.
Hey, Leanne. How you doing?
I'm all right. You know, just yelling at state's attorney offices and council members. What's up?
Listen, Leanne, I need you to vouch for me, Leanne. All right?
Vouch for you with what?
I need a promotion, right?
Need a promotion?
Yeah.
You think I have any say in that?
Listen, Okay, listen. All right, I need you to vouch for me because I need a promotion in this department, Leanne. I really do. Right?
Why do you need it?
Because, you know, I've been officer for a very long time now, and I never really cared for a promotion, but now I care. Now, you know what I'm saying? I just need, I need somebody.
Let me go ahead and pull up your activity here. 1 second.
I've been active, at least 16 hours a week.
Go police. Oh, you sure about that?
Wait, what? What you mean?
On the 24th, 3 hours, 38 minutes. Didn't clock on until the 26th, 3 hours, 2 minutes. Didn't clock on until the 31st, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Didn't clock on till the 2nd, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Didn't clock on till the 7th, 5 hours, 33 minutes. Didn't clock on till the 8th, 4 hours, 37 minutes. Didn't clock on till the 14th, 2 hours, 36 minutes. Didn't clock on to the 16th, 3 hours, 29 minutes. I will say, this week you have been far more active than your other weeks.
I did an 8-hour shift yesterday.
By one shift and 5 hours on your last shift.
Yeah, so that's 16 hours a week. I'm doing I do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
I'm not seeing you on any Sunday. I've seen you on one Sunday.
On Sundays, I'm here every Sunday.
Your activity does not state that. The 25th, the 1st, and the 15th, you were not here.
But
I'm pointing out what they're going to point out, Grant.
Okay. So what you think? Just goddamn. I feel like I've been active. What the fuck is going on?
Well, I mean, because the thing is that senior officer isn't just a pat on the back anymore. Like, you need to actually know your shit. So that's something that you need to work on. And also, I'm just going to say it. Stop being antagonizing. You know what I'm talking about.
When have I been?
Yeah, sitting and grinning right there. You son of a bitch. You know exactly what I'm talking about, you motherfucker.
Okay, you know, one of my former officers that taught me everything I know, rest in peace to her, Tina Donovan, you know, she did, we did have a good relationship. She wanted to marry me, but, you know, it never happened because she passed away.
Yeah. I thought she had a gay lover.
That was just the cover, like, you know, was it
a reverse beard?
There was no booty on duty, so she, you know, that was just like that was just a profile for her. But you know, she once told me, like, you know, hey Grant, don't only mess with people you know you can mess with. Don't mess with like everybody. Not everybody's gonna have the same energy. And I learned that lesson. So yeah,
but at the same time, if you mess with people that you know with, and then it resulted in getting 7 other officers shot because you've been messing with them in that way, there's something to be said about that.
Okay, what time was that?
I remember a very specific time down the BB.
Oh, the one, and I never went back. And and to be fair, all right, I was leaving and they pulled out the gun. But let me ask you a question. How many officers get shot on a daily? With me, it's one time. That was probably the only time we had a gunfight with BBMC.
I'm just bringing up these things that are definitely going to be brought up to you that you need to work on if that is something that you want. You got to stay consistent with your clocking on.
Okay.
And you got to make sure that you're not getting officers hurt.
Okay.
Because your actions do have consequences for other people, especially when you're in a leading position.
Okay. But well, listen, we can't be soft on these streets, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying you got to be soft. You can be a hard ass without being an asshole.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Okay.
Be tough and fair.
Okay. Well, I do. I don't send them to jail for long. Hey, listen. Between me and you, I'll be sending them to jail for like 40 months. They love when Grant arrested them. They like, oh my God, Grant. Please take me to jail.
So you got people begging?
Yeah, because they're like, when they go down, they're like, make Grant my arresting officer, please, please, please. I said, whoa, what's going on? I'm telling you, I'm loved in these. I'm loved and hated in these streets.
People do love to hate the cops.
They love when Grant comes on scene because they like, damn, Grant is. I'm either dying or going to jail. One of the two. That's what.
Okay, but those are the things that
I got you.
Yeah. All right. I gotta go.
All right. Bye. Oh man. Oh, bro, PD. PD, bro, PD. I have so much fun. I don't know why.